This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
(8:45). This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news edited by Lal Mallavarachi and read by Niranjan Abesundara. The Minister of Media says the government will strengthen the right to information to the general public. COVID-19 infections registered in Sri Lanka crossed the 35,000 mark. Private hospitals are to treat COVID-19 patients. The European Union grants financial support worth €2 million to mitigate the impact of the COVID-19 in Sri Lanka. The public are requested to provide their details to the authority during the festive season. In world news, French President tests positive for COVID-19. Minister of Media K. Rabafela says that the government will provide more opportunities to strengthen the right to information to the general public. Accordingly, government publication bureaus will be set up at the district level. He made his remark to the opening of the Kandy district branch of the Government Publication Bureau today. The minister further said 25 media schools will also be set up covering all 25 districts in the island. He added that government is committed to strengthen media freedom in Sri Lanka. COVID-19 infections registered in Sri Lanka crossed the mark of 35,000 and 312 more persons were tested positive today. As per the statistics, total number of COVID-19 infections confirmed in the country to date now stand at 35,049. 8,224 of them are currently under medical care. The Minister of Health said that another 701 COVID-19 patients have recovered and discharged from hospitals within the last 24 hours. This brings the total number of COVID-19 recoveries in the country to 26,353. 160 of them have died from the virus. Meanwhile, Army Commander Lieutenant General Shavindra Silva said measures have been taken to provide opportunities for COVID-19 patients who wish to seek treatment from private hospitals. He said discussions were held to seek the assistance of private hospitals considering the COVID-19 situation in the country. Now, local hospitals and Lanka hospitals have already informed of their willingness to work on this. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
The World Health Organization Country Office for Sri Lanka's grant of financial support worth €2 million from the European Union will help improve emergency response capacities in Sri Lanka to mitigate the impact of COVID-19. The support will focus on several key areas, including enhancing the effectiveness of COVID-19 case management as well as preventing infection. Developing the system's case management processes will enable better planning, coordination, and decision-making. The grant will sustainably increase the health system's capacity to respond to public health emergencies in the future. The funding will also advance existing communication and community engagement efforts, ensuring the generation of relevant and accessible communication materials and supporting the mobilization of vulnerable individuals, young people, and community-based organizations to lead community-level prevention and control measures. Minister of Health Maithwani Arachi thanked on behalf of the government for the grant. Sri Lankan Airlines today confirmed that 8 employees of the airline at the Sri Lankan Catering Operations Division at the Bandaranaike International Airport tested positive for COVID-19 virus. Sri Lankan Airlines, in a statement, said staff who worked on the shift rosters with affected members of staff have been subjected to PCR tests. Sri Lankan Catering follows international guidelines and procedures for the hygienic production of food for in-flight and general consumption to ensure the highest food safety, while quality standards are maintained and adhered to during the ongoing global pandemic. Sri Lankan Catering has taken every step to protect the workforce as per government COVID-19 healthcare guidelines to prevent the spread of the virus within the organization. And that ends local news for now.
Darling, our daughter has top O-level results. Do you know what this means?
Yes, just 3 years and she'll be going abroad for her degree.
For which we'll need a bank loan.
But is a normal loan the smartest option?
What else?
The smartest way is to start an HDFC Smart Goals account.
Let your child begin their degree with no delays. Start an HDFC Smart Goals account. Call 2356 888.
Honey, you're so smart.
HDFC Smart Goals. All it takes is 3 years.
A mother knows the pain of each member of the family. Siddhalepa, the trusted relief for aches and pains.
An effective therapy for relief from cold, sneezing, flu, headaches, swelling due to toothaches, rheumatic, discomforts, and muscular aches and pains. Siddhalepa, the Vidamahatmya in every home.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Police spokesman DIG Arithohan has said health authorities, police, and the armed forces personnel will conduct various anti-COVID-19 health operations during the festive season in order to prevent the deadly virus spreading on a mass scale. Thereby, he requests the public to provide the authorities or security officers with details including the names, addresses, and NIC numbers. He also urged the people to write down their details on a piece of paper and keep it with them at all times. That was the main news story.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Brush your teeth twice a day for healthy teeth and gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, your trusted brands in oral care for many years.
Supiriviki Ayurvedic toothpaste for adults. Kakulu Ayurvedic toothpaste for kids. 9 Ayurvedic ingredients of Supiriviki will protect your teeth and strengthen your gums. Supiriviki and Kakulu, products from Siddhalepa.
On to Watchlight, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board says the water supply will be interrupted in several areas in Colombo from 9 a.m. tomorrow till 3 a.m. on the following day. Accordingly, water cut will be effective in Colombo 1, 2, 10 and 12. The water supply will be provided under low pressure to Colombo 3, 4, 7, 8 and 9 due to maintenance work. That came to in Watchlight. On to world news. French president tests positive for COVID-19. WHO is to investigate COVID virus origins in China's Wuhan. A study says kangaroos can communicate with humans. France Emmanuel Macron has tested positive for COVID-19, forcing several European leaders to self-isolate after coming into contact with him. 40-year-old president was tested after developing symptoms and will follow self-isolation for 7 days, the Elysee Palace said in a statement. He's still in charge of running the country and will work remotely. European Council Chief Charles Michel and Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez are among the leaders having to self-isolate. A team of 10 international scientists will travel to the Chinese city of Wuhan next month to investigate the origins of COVID-19, the World Health Organization has said. Beijing has been reluctant to agree to an independent inquiry, and it was taken many months of negotiations for the WHO to be allowed access to the city. The virus is thought to have come from a market in the city selling animals. Kangaroos are able to intentionally communicate with people and ask for help, the study has found. The research challenges the notion that only domesticated animals display this behavior, co-authors from the UK and Australia told the media. And back to the headlines of the world news. French president tests positive for COVID-19. WHO to investigate COVID virus origins in China's Wuhan. A study says kangaroos can communicate with humans. That was world news. Development news. The Ministry of Highways has taken steps to commence construction work on the segment of the Central Expressway between Pothuhera and Galagidara on Saturday. The groundbreaking ceremony will be held on Saturday at 11:30 a.m. under the patronage of the Prime Minister Mahinda Rajapaksa. Although the construction of several stages of the Central Expressway had commenced earlier, the construction of 32.5 kilometre section from Pothuhera to Galagidara Kandy in Stage 3 had to be postponed due to various reasons. That came to in development news. On to sports news. Pakistan pace bowler Mohammad Amir says he has retired from international cricket because he has been mentally tortured by the team management. 20-year-old who quit Test in 2019 was left out of the squad for the current tour of New Zealand. Amir played 146 games for Pakistan across all three formats after making his debut as a 17-year-old in 2009. That is sports news. On to business news. Sri Lanka has allocated 1 billion rupee to support 25,000 young women entrepreneurs, thus allowing them to get into the country's supply chain. State Minister for Finance, Shehan Semasinghe, made this statement in a virtual forum held recently to address the concerns on regulatory and how barriers amidst COVID-19. It is said micro, small and medium enterprises contribute to 53% of the country's output, and about 24% of such entities are owned or led by women. That was business news. Economic news, courtesy of...
Hello, Puta. Did you land already?
We're in transit and our flight got delayed.
How is Shani? Poor thing with her pregnancy.
Calm down, everything is sorted. Why, I have my LOLC World Card with me. We are at the VIP lounge.
LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
Despite the Sri Lanka economy contracting 16.3% during the second quarter of this year, the country posted a growth of 1.5% during the third quarter as against a corresponding period of last year. According to the Department of Statistics, the vast 16.3% contraction in the second quarter is the largest ever recorded in Sri Lankan history. Department in National Accounts estimate the second quarter issued recently that the lockdown imposed due to the COVID-19 pandemic has adversely affected every economic sector of the country and has recorded negative growth rates in their economic activities, especially manufacturing, construction, passenger transport, mining and quarrying, tourism, personal services, professional services, retail trade, and certain activities pertaining to the agriculture sector. That is economic news.
Congratulations on your promotion. Heard you gave a treat for everyone in your department yesterday.
Yeah.
It will be our treat, huh?
Well, how about today?
Oh, no, I was just joking. We'll have a party with your new salary.
It's fine. I have my LOLC credit card with me. Let's go out today.
Those who spread goodness radiate happiness to everyone around them. Introducing LOLC Finance Credit Cards. Fuel the goodness in you.
And under the Weather Department says the showery condition over the northern and eastern provinces is expected to enhance to some extent during the next few days. Northeast monsoon conditions are generally getting established over the island, and showers will occur at times to the northern, eastern, north-central provinces and in the Matale district. Misty conditions can be expected in the western, Sabaragama, central and Ua provinces and the Galle and Matale districts during the morning tomorrow. That was the weather report, and back to the headlines of the news. The Minister of Media says the government will strengthen the right to information to the general public. COVID-19 infections registered in Sri Lanka crossed the 35,000 mark. Private hospitals are to treat COVID-19 patients. The European Union grants financial support worth €2 million to mitigate the impact of COVID-19 in Sri Lanka. The public are requested to provide their details to the authority during the festive season. In the world news, French president tests positive for COVID-19. That ends the news. To keep you entertained, the close of transmission at 10. Playing your favorite song for you, I hand you back to Sound with Habam. Over to you, Soundy.